Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rabbi Perlman's weekly Torah message. You know, we've been doing this for 2 weeks now, and it's amazing the response that we've been getting. I mean, people have been sending in letters, bagfuls of letters. It's incredible. I hope that the postman is not going to quit on us. So today what I thought about doing is answering one of those letters that I've been getting. So let me reach over here and see if I can, this bag is, oh my God. Okay, here it is. Okay, it's a small bag. It's a small bag, but a bag nonetheless. Okay, and we're going to see, let me take out this lucky person's letter, drop the bag over here. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what this person has to write. I'm very excited. I've never done this before, but let's see what this letter has to say and see what we can do about this. Okay, here we go. It reads like this. Dear Rabbi Perlmutter, credit, she got my name right, no problem. I have been enjoying your videos very much. I find them entertaining and informative. Also, you're very handsome. I like this letter already. Okay. I'm hoping you can help me. My husband is a wonderful man, loving husband and father, but he refuses to help me when it comes to household chores. I have 3 little children, and when it's supper time and bedtime, my husband is AWOL. That's away without official leave for those that are not in the military. That's what AWOL means, okay? I know he works hard to support the family, but I could really, and she emphasizes, really use some help. How can I get him to be more supportive? Thank you very much for your time. Frustrated in Fresno. Well, dear Frustrated, I think I'm going to give you some sound advice. I could sum it up basically in 2 words. Leave him. No. Before you get nervous, you have to understand what I mean. I don't mean pack up your bags and divorce him and run out there. No. Let me explain what I'm trying to say to you. We always go back to the words of our sages. And it's lucky that I have right here in front of me a book called Pirkei Avot, Advice of Our Sages. And in it, it says like this, Al todines chaverecha ad shetagia limkomo. Do not judge your fellow until you stand in their place. As human beings, it's very, very difficult for us to really appreciate someone else's pain unless we stand in their very shoes. I know we give lip service by saying words, oh, I feel your pain, oh, I know how you feel, but do we really? Can we really appreciate someone else's pain, someone else's agony, someone else's frustration until we wear those very, very shoes that other person is wearing? So I say to you, Frustrated in Fresno, try to do something to get your husband to appreciate your situation by putting him into your shoes. So when I say leave him, I mean try to organize some nights out. Maybe it's some friends just going to a movie. Maybe it's going to a class at your local Chabad center. Maybe it's visiting an old friend. Whatever it is, I would try to get your husband to see your problem from your perspective in your shoes. And the way to do that is get him to be you for a few nights. Get him a list, set everything up, say to him, this is how supper works, this is how the baths work, this is how the laundry gets put away, this is where the dishes go. Do it nicely and respectfully, not angrily and not jokingly, but seriously, but nicely. And then what you do is have him do it. I think, personally, that if you can get your husband to play your role for a few evenings and see really what you do, he'll begin to respect you more. I know that he loves you, but does he respect you? And respect comes from actually walking in the shoes of the other person. So if daddy can play mommy for a few evenings and see what it actually takes, that mommy is not just riding a whole day, sitting around, but is actually preparing and working and doing an unbelievable job, and a difficult job at that, I think that you may see some positive results. For afterwards, then you sit down and you say, now, honey, can you appreciate me? Do you see what I'm doing? And this is a message that's not only for you Frustrated in Fresno, but this is just a general message to anybody that's been judgmental of anybody around, whether it's a neighbor or a colleague or an employee or anything. Try to see the world from their eyes. If you can do that, I think you will find that their situation is a lot less difficult than you have thought that it was. Thank you, and I hope that it helps. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you've been seeing and you've been hearing, please, I ask you to number 1, comment on this video. Number 2, subscribe to my channel, because I'm only 68.5 million subscribers away from number 1. So I'm going to get to number 1, but I need 68.5 million of you to subscribe to it. How do you do that? By sharing. Thank you very much. And until next week, I bid you a fond goodbye.